Tuesday, but I'm just finding out today while I was looking up some other notes. Yes, cool. But the monstrous. Who was it? Who was it, y'all? Who was it? Who was it? I know who it was. I'm just playing with y'all. It was Curlin Bryant. Yes, that wench who lied on Emmett Till. Yes, back when she was 21 years old. She alleged that 14-year-old Emmett Till down in Mississippi went into her store and accosted her, had made some sexual gestures and remark, had stated that he had grabbed her hand, grabbed her around the waist, and asked her for a date and can you take it and all this other stuff, and had whistled at her or whatever. And I know some years back she had recanted that statement, saying that it really wasn't that. I think she was more offended what people were saying, and especially in a book by one of the historians that she had called to do an interview with her, that I think that she was offended that he put the money in her hand, being a white lady, because I guess he was supposed to put it in the counter. But however, it was a story that she told. Yes, got Emmett Till killed and his mama, Miss Mamie Till. Miss Mamie Till Mobley, who passed away in 2003, fought for justice for her son to the very end. And a lot of people are saying it is justice, that she is gone, that she is gone. I've seen people say, baby, if she's some type of way make it up in heaven, they said, Emmett Till, you better tear a new one. You better tear everywhere but loose. I don't know. I ain't gonna do no fighting up in heaven. I don't know. But yeah, she had made statements. I'm trying to look for the guy who the book was called. No, I'm trying to look for the guy name that I wrote down who actually did her interview and actually wrote a book about it. However, she reached out to him wanting to tell her story. And then when she reached out to him, he let it out. It was some time back when they were trying to pursue charges against her. Several courts did pursue charges against her. None of them, they fell through. None of them, even one as last year, they all fell through. But she gone now. She gone now. She passed away Tuesday. Yes, she did. That incident, as we know, happened back in 1955. Emmett Till was from Chicago, went down to Mississippi to visit his family. His mother sent him down there on the train. I think he was there, 2 days before this incident happened. Originally, they had kidnapped him, and I think his body wasn't found. So 2 days later, in the Tallahatchie River in northern Mississippi. Back then she was saying that he had did all this, but then she had later let it out to the man that he didn't actually do all this. But then she had a biography that was saying that he did, but he definitely didn't deserve to die for what he did. And it just was a mess. Back then, that definitely was one of those cases and situations that opened up a lot for that civil rights movement. I think immediately the month after that is the month where Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat. And then some statements I've read from her before is that she had Emmett Till in her mind. She just was fed up with it, that can happen. Because those killers who was Miss Curlin Bryant Dunham, because she had been remarried, she spoke that and she testified, and her husband, it was her husband and I think her brother, who actually committed the crime. But as we know, he was beaten to a pulp. He was shot in the head. He was lynched. He had thorns under his. Oh my gosh! Just thinking of it. Yes, but she is gone. So I ain't saying no trips to her. Her family had spoke out, was saying that she basically was trying to stay out the limelight. She ain't really like to go anywhere. She ain't want nobody asking her about it, and things like that. Would you, if you knew it was a lie? If you knew it was the truth, why wouldn't you? Why would you be afraid or feel so? She had some type of social anxiety or whatever that she suffered with because of that. But it wasn't too much social anxiety because Miss Fang. After that, she got married a couple of times, and it is said that other members of her family, they like the good old boys, but they say Miss Bryant liked the bad ones. She liked the bad ones, and she definitely did a bad thing. Yes, she did. Lied on that man, lied on that young man who witnesses, his mother definitely said that it's not of his character. It was said that he was in the store not for so long, and his cousin who feared, him coming from Chicago, feared him not really knowing how to interact with the Southern white woman. He had entered the store and he said he didn't do nothing inappropriate or whatever. He just handed us some change for his bubble gum. I think it was 2 cents worth of bubble gum. And the store was owned by Miss Bryant and her husband. He later came home to be told the story. They were saying in the book that she didn't tell them. Somebody else supposed to told them, some workers or whatever. Because the store was mainly like servicing black farm croppers and stuff like that back then. So when he came back, and it's even the last two that even though those two men were being tried for, that like it was black people helping them. They had helped him to go there and to seek him out and everything else like that, because he was kidnapped from the uncle house and this tragic thing happened. But yeah, rest in peace, Emmett Till. Rest in peace, Emmett Till. May your spirit continue to rest in power. Uh, he never really received the justice that was due to him, but may his mother's soul in some type of way be confident to know that that lady who got her son killed is gone away from here. I don't have no tribute either. I do not have no tribute either. Oh yeah, that's the book. If you see it, check it out. It was a book that brung about her fabrications and everything else like that. That's when she definitely made headlines back. I think that was like back in 2017 when this book came out. And then the guy who wrote the book actually went on CBS. Oh, that's what his name, Timothy P. Tyson. Timothy P. Tyson. So back in 2017, she requested him to come and interview her. And this is what she said. And then also in some other comments or whatever, she supposed to be saying, oh, I want to tell you, but I don't remember 50 years ago. How you don't remember? Nothing like that. I know it's a lot of things that people don't remember. I know it is, but I don't remember nothing like something like that. Something as tragic as that. And I know people have their own ways of processing it. And I think she just ain't want to remember. So yeah, she forgot that because she wanted to forget that. But the book is called The Blood of Emmett Till, where it accounts, look at her. She suffered, y'all. She suffered for a long time, a long, long, long time. She was 88 years old prior to her being deceased. Her husband, like I said, had died. The brother had died. Both of her sons have died. Her sister had died. So she was like the last one. She was holding on. But again, she was like secluded in her house or whatever. She ain't really frequent outside and everything else like that. 80 years old, Miss Carolyn Bryant Dorham is gone. And it is also reported that she passed away from cancer, away from cancer. So just because I'm a lover of God and God loves me, I'm going to say, I pray for her soul. I pray for her soul. I'm definitely not the judge. That is between her and God. I don't have no tribute. I'm bringing it up to say rest in power to Emmett Till. And guess what? Miss Brown is going back to the maker, because I think you got to go back that way anyway, because he still owns souls or whatever. Say that. So yeah, he is the judge. So he was there. And he was the one who had to judge her. Of course, we judge because we know the situation in which she did blatantly told a lie, and it took so long for it to come out. I mean, even aside from that, even when her fabrications allegedly came out in 2017, even before that, it just was sickening that these two men could do that and get away with it. When they originally started their trial, I think it was just for kidnapping, or when they were originally arrested, it was for kidnapping. But like 2 days later, they found his body. And The jewelry was an all white man jewelry. It took them less than, I think, an hour, a little bit over an hour, because I think the deliberation started like 2:34 p.m. and at 3:42 they came back. And one of the jurors said they would have been finished before that had they not stopped to drink some soda. That's a mess, right? Yeah, it's a mess. So I don't think, and I didn't see anything about any survivors or anything else like that. But both of her children, her son, they were deceased. The two individuals who committed the crime and the assassination of Emmett Till, um, they gone. And now Miss Carolyn Bryant Dunham, because she was remarried, is dead too. She did. She did. She did. She did. She did. People be dying. People be dying. I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, she deserved that. She deserved."